Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is John, Kilo 5 Golf Tango, or the Dutch Ham. And this time I'm going to tell you a little about learning CW with your PC, with a key or a pedal, and it's all web-based. I came across this website because I was looking again to find a way to up my CW skills a little bit. I did do a training last year, but meanwhile I didn't practice and it faded again, so I needed some more practice again. Hamradio.solutions/vband have made a website available with seven channels. One is named Practice Channel. There you can completely by yourself practice your CW skills. And you can see in clear text what you're sending. And you also have the options in settings, or the option in setting to add the chatbot. And then you can have a simulated QSO with the chatbot. That can be sometimes getting a little bit annoying, as the chatbot is expecting you to respond in a certain way, and if you're not sending what he's expecting, he will repeat the same question again. Channel 1 to 4 are normal channels. Like you can see in the background, if someone joined the channel, you can see he's there. And in those channels, you can see what you're sending, and you can also see what they are sending, and you can hear it, of course. Channel 5 and 6 are different. In those channels, the decoding is by default disabled, so you can only hear what the other party is sending, and you cannot see it. So you only can see what yourself are sending, but not what you're receiving. So let's go look at the options that we have. You have two options, more or less. You can buy a USB pedal interface from their website, Ham Radio Solutions/vband, and then on the top bar you have the store button, and there you can see how you can order one. I will show you later in the video more about that. Or the second option, that is what I chose. You can build an interface yourself. Parts needed is an Arduino, breadboard or perf board, 3.5mm female jack, 3 hookup wires with a pin on one side, and then for me that was because of the breadboard. USB cable to connect to your PC, Arduino IDE to flash the software to the Arduino. And there's only one part you have to be careful about, is the type of Arduino that you have or that you have to buy, because not all boards are compatible. So a small warning about which Arduino to use. Not all Arduinos support the keyboard library that's being used in the sketch. The reference is mentioning that all 32U4 boards and the SAMD boards support the library. So I googled a little bit, and I found out that the Pro Micro supported the library. So that's more or less why I went that board. I tried on a Arduino Nano clone that I once bought on AliExpress, but during compiling I was already complaining that keyboard.h was not supported, so that was a dead end. After I googled and found out that the Pro Micro would support the library, I compiled the software using the Pro Micro board, and the compilation went complete. So already before I went to the store to buy a board, I could already see that okay, the Pro Micro is working. I found out that MicroCenter here in Dallas had boards in stock, so the next day I went to the store and bought a few. Came home, hooked it up, compiled the software again, sent it to the board, and it was working. So I could start practicing. So this is how the website looks like. Here, the main page will show the channels. Let's first go to the store. Here you see the link where you can buy the dongle. At the moment, the price is $25 plus shipping. And at the moment they charge $5 for US shipping. So for $30 you have the dongle in the US. It's a nice little device. It does come with an USB cable. And at the moment, they sent it to Canada, Europe, UK, India, Mexico, Japan, Philippines, and Australia. And they advise people in other countries to contact them before ordering. So those countries mentioned here on the website are no problem ordering. Outside those countries, please contact them before you order. Okay, and then on the support page, they have a little bit described how you can contact them. You can email them or you can join them on the Discord server. They have a quick start, how to get started. They have some notes, a little explanation on how things are working. The QSO bot, I saw him calling him a chatbot, but the QSO bot, what the options or what it is doing, troubleshooting, and frequently asked questions, how to leave a channel. They do store your settings in a cookie on your computer. So if you return to the website, your settings are saved. So you don't have to go through settings again. But the channel you were in is not saved. So just refresh the page and you will leave the channel. So you just come back to the homepage then, and then you can join the channel again. There's no button or whatever to leave a channel. So if you want to leave a channel, just refresh the page and you're back to the homepage and can start in any other channel that you want to join. Okay, here the settings page. You can see call sign name, hem test. This is what I used the previous time that I was playing around. You can set the mode of your keyer or your key. The different options. And again, what I said, these settings are saved between sessions. So if you leave the page and you come back, next time these settings are still there. You can set the volume of the beeps that you hear. You can set the keyer speed. You can change the tone. The buffer of the decoded text, that's how many characters will be displayed. So now only 80 characters will be displayed, and it's first in, first out. So and the latency is just advised to leave it at 750 at the moment. You can flip your panel if your panel of your contacts are the other way around. There, the second option, you can enable the chat of the QSO bot. If you're in the practice channel, you can enable it, and then you can have a QSO with him. Auto character spacing, I didn't play around with that. Also, the other one's not. The only thing that I played with was the show timing stats. That's the last option. And then you can see the length of your characters. So yeah, how long you keep the button pressed to see if you're you have a steady hand in sending. But it's only displaying, so you really have to analyze what you have sent in the past to see the stats. It's not that there's a general overview, as far as I remember. Okay, and here are the channels. This is the main window where you enter when you join the site. And you just click on a channel name and then you will join the channel. I'm here in the practice channel. Hem test is shown that the calls are entered in the settings page. And I'm completely by myself. If I send code now, it will be displayed in the bottom. At the moment, I don't have my key hooked up, so and also not my Arduino, so I cannot send code at the moment. But let's see when we add the QSO bot. So let's go back to settings and enable the QSO bot. Go back to the practice channel again. It appears in the second tab. And now you only have to activate it. So I send a character, and then after a little while, the QSO bot, here he is starting to communicate. So he starts with this CQ, the QSO bot. So QS0BOT, K. And then if you send text back and it's not what he's expecting, he will repeat this again. So now I send a K and he will repeat again with CQ, DE, QS0BOT. So as soon as you respond in the sequence that he is expecting, he will continue with the next sentence. So let's go back to the channels again. As I explained, channel 1 to 4 are normal channels. At the moment, nobody is in one of the channels. Otherwise, their names would show up. And channel 5 and 6 are the channels where by default the link is disabled, or the decoding is disabled. This is the website where I found the description on how to build the interface. He's explaining that there are two options, one for a pedal and one for a key or a straight key. And there's just one wire different for the key. For the pedal, you need to hook up 3 wires from the pedal to the Arduino. And he's also talking about that you have to get the ATmega 32U4. I guess at the time that he wrote this website, the Pro Micro was not available, so he's only talking about the ATmega. But the pin the pin settings or the pin connections are exactly the same. So for the Pro Micro, you can use the pin settings that are displayed here on the website. So there are two options for the pedal. You have to connect the ground from your female jack to the ground of the Arduino. The tip is going to pin 2 of the Arduino, and the ring is going to pin 3 of the Arduino. And as said, he's talking about the Mega, but the pin connections are exactly the same. And yeah, that's are the basic connections that are needed to get your pedal up and running. So if you want to connect a key or a straight key, the only difference is that you connect the ground to ground, the tip from your key to pin 2, and the pin 4 you also ground, so you pull the pin low. And in the software that will be detected, and then the software is going into a different loop for decoding the characters. Because in the software, and I will show you that later, the dits and das are just translated to keys on the keyboard, and those keys are then being translated to readable characters. So here's an image of his build. He also used a micro, so I guess he updated his picture after he built it. Let's look at a sketch. It's pretty basic. It imports the keyboard library on the top, and then you have the declaration of your pins in the void loop, in the void setup loop, and then in the void loop, that's where the actual programming is. So there's in the void loop, it is looking at the mode pin. That's pin 4. If that's low, then it's going to mode keyer, and else it's going to mode pedal. So so for the keyer of the straight key, you have to connect it to ground, so the pin is low then. So then it's entering the keyer mode. And if it's not to ground, because you're not connected it, it's automatically high, and then it's going to the pedal mode. And then it will just call the functions on the bottom. we're just going to decode the text. It's only that the input is different. With the keyer, you only use one contact, and with the pedal, you use the right and left control key. And that is then translated again to readable text and tones. So let's go back to the practice channel. So now I press the left control key. It was being translated to a T. And when I press the right control key, it's being decoded as an E. Unfortunately, it didn't record my desktop sound, so you couldn't hear the tone. And again here, a little view at this board. You can see that Pro Micro on this perf board and this USB cable and 3.5 millimeter jack. And on the bottom you see the 3 wires that he connected for his pedal. And here on the bottom is again the text of the sketch. So you also can copy and paste it from here. Or you can click the other link and then copy the text from the new page that's being opened. So let's look at my breadboard. So this is how my breadboard is looking. Just pretty simple. Just the Pi Micro insert in the breadboard. 3 wires connected. The orange, white, and black. And that's how my jack is wired up. The black is ground. The orange, I did a little translation. R in orange, so this is the ring. And the T in white as in the tip. For black, I didn't really have a translation, so I couldn't do that. I just thought about the car. Black is ground, so see if we can see the pins a little bit better. I have a little bit trouble focusing. There you can see the black is connected to ground. The white is connected to pin 2 and the orange is connected to pin 3. So that's pretty simple. I forgot one thing to tell you guys, and that's how to hook up your Arduino to your PC. So if you go to settings, then on the bottom you see connect to CW hotline, the button. So if you click on that, you get a pop-up window that displays the ports available. So Ham Radio Solutions wants to connect to your serial port. At the moment you only see COM1 and my GPS receiver on COM3. I don't have my Arduino hooked up, otherwise you would also see my Arduino. So you just select the port and you click on connect. And then you see that the text has changed from connect to disconnect from CW hotline. The only thing is that if you step away and you pull your Arduino and you come back, and it is not working. If you click here on disconnect and you click on connect again, then you see you don't get the pop-up window. So the only way to solve that is just to refresh the page. Go back to settings and then connect to CW hotline. And there you see that you get the pop-up window again. You click on the port that you want to connect to and you're connected again. So the only setting that's also not remembered is the COM port. And with this, we came to the end of this video. I hope you all liked what I presented today. Please like and subscribe. and hope to see you soon in the next video.